Hello friends, welcome back. My name is PK. In this video, we will show you how we have created an Office Security Incident Dashboard in Microsoft Excel. As you are seeing my screen, this is the overview page of the Office Security Incident Dashboard. And here we are showing the total incident, average response time for the incident in hours, and average resolution time for the incident in hours. And this is number of incident for the high severity and high severity incident percentage. Here we are showing in this chart the resolved percentage of this incident, closed percentage, and we are showing the number of incident by the status, like how many closed, escalated, in progress or resolved. Here we are showing the average resolution time by month in hours, so we can see the in which month we took maximum time to resolve an incident. And here we are showing the resolve incident versus close incident by the month. On the right hand side we have given some slicer so that you can just click on that, and according to that selected item in the slicer the dashboard will be filtered. Okay, so we have selected the various incident type here, or you can select the severity level also if you want. Accordingly that will be filtered. Okay, you can select month and status also. On the left hand side we have given the navigation pane, and here we are showing the incident type. Just click here. This is the incident type page, and we are showing here average response time in hours by the incident type, and this is the average resolution time by the incident type, and here we are showing the resolve versus close incident by incident type, and this is the resolve percentage by the incident type. Again we have various slicers here so that you can just filter your data. Everything is dynamic, and as you change the value of the slicer, then you can see charts are getting changed. Next page is the location summary, wherein we are showing the location level information like closed versus resolved incident by the location. We are taking here 4 location: head office, branch C, branch B and branch A. Then we are showing the average resolution time by location and high severity incidents by the location. We can see in which location we have the maximum high severity incident, that is branch A. Lowest is in branch C. Closed percentage by the location. So this is the percentage of the closed incidents by the locations. Next is the severity and response analysis, and here we are showing the close incident versus resolve incident by the severity level. We are taking here 4 severity level: low, medium, high and critical. And here we are showing the average response time by the severity level. This is the in progress incident by the severity level, and this is the closed percentage by the severity level. Again you can just select any value on the slicer. Accordingly the charts will be changed. Okay, or you can select the incident type also so that you can see incident type by severity level information. Next one is the reporters and assignees, and here we are showing the high severity incidents by the reported by. So we are taking here who has reported the incident, like visitor has reported, security guard, IT staff or employee, and we are showing here number of high severity incidents. And this is the in progress incident versus resolve incident by the reported by, resolve percentage by the reported by, and here we are showing the average resolution time by reported by. Again you can just filter by the incident type, by the month, or by any other like severity level or any other information. Okay, so this is totally dynamic dashboard. Now I will show you the data, how you can update your data and you can use this dashboard, because this is a ready to use dashboard. Let's go to the file options and go to the advanced. Just scroll it down and just select here show sheet tabs, that is available display option for the this workbook. Okay, so just check this. As you check, you can see all the worksheets are available here. Okay, and we have a data sheet also. In the data sheet we have this table which is data table, and here we are capturing the incident ID, incident reported or date reported, location, incident type, severity level, reported by, status, response time, and here we are taking the resolution time. These all times are in hours. Assign to remarks month we have calculated on the basis of date reported. Similarly, year we have calculated this. These all are the calculated columns, formulated column. We have used the formulas here. You can see this is the resolve incident. So we have a status is resolved, then 1, otherwise 0. If status is closed, then 1, otherwise 0. If status is in progress, then 1, otherwise 0. And here in the high severity incidents, we are taking here in severity level is high, then 1, otherwise 0. And this is the total incident. By default, each line is an incident. So we are taking here 1 in each line. Okay. Now, using this data, we have created these all pivot tables, and on the basis of these pivot table we have created these all charts in the various pages. Now first let me show you how you can update your data. So you just need to delete this data, just keep the formulas only and just delete this data and put your own data. Okay, and after putting your data you can just go to the data tab and just say refresh all, and as you click on refresh all, automatically it will refresh all the sheets, all the charts including pivots and everything. Okay, now we will show you how you can create this type of chart. So we will show you how you can create this container chart. So let me come to the support sheet, and here what we have done, we have created various pivot table. You can see. So first we are creating the pivot table for the overview page here. So all the cards and everything we are creating from here. So that is total incidents. This is a pivot table. If I right click, show field list, so you can see this is a pivot table, total incident. Then these all are separate pivot table. Okay, and we are using this pivot table to create this container chart. So here what we are doing, we have taken here one calculated field upper cap as 5%, resolve percentage as the actual resolve percentage, that is a calculated value. Transparent area is 100% minus this resolve percentage, that is 60% in this case. 100% minus 40, 60. And lower cap we are taking again 5% static. Okay, so these all calculated field we have created here. If you want to learn more how to create the calculated field and how to create these advanced level of the pivot tables, then you can join our Udemy course. We have given the link in video's description box. We have explained each and everything, how you can create the pivot table, how you can create the advanced level of charts like we have created here, and then finally how you can create this type of dashboard. We have explained each and everything, as well as we have given the practice file for each chart and each dashboard there. So you can join that course to learn more about this. Okay, now I will show you using this pivot table how you can create this type of container chart, 3D container chart. So just click anywhere on this pivot table, go to the insert and then insert the column chart. We will take here this column, the second column chart, which is the 3D stack column chart. So now this chart is ready here. Let's make it slightly bigger in the height. And from here, just uncheck everything. Okay. And just go to the pivot chart, analyze field buttons and just say hide all. This is a pivot chart. Okay. Now let's make the height width of the chart slightly smaller like this. Just right click, go to the format data series. And here take the gap depth as 0, gap width as 0. Alright. So this is ready. Now just click on this top section, that is the upper cap, and here we will take gray color, this one or this one. Okay, and similarly at bottom also, that is lower cap, just take the gray color. Now this is the actual resolve percentage and this is the transparent area. So here we will fill some other color. Let's say I'm taking this green color. Similarly for this transparent area, I'm again taking that green color. Okay, now just right click, go to the format data series and here go to the fill and line. Fill, that is solid fill we have already taken for the transparent area, and now let's fill here 85% or 80% transparent. Okay, so this is ready. Now we can see this is looking like this, but this seems slightly smooth. So how we can make it smooth? Just select the top or upper cap and go to the save effects. We will take here this round bevel. Okay, so this is smooth. Similarly, we'll do it with the other one also, or you can right click, go to the format data series. Here you can just go to the effects and here you can go to the 3D format. And let's take the top bevel, this one, and for this one also take the round, and here at bottom also take the round. Okay, so this chart is ready. Now we can add the data labels also. So just select this chart, go to the insert a text box, and just drag that text box here. Just click on the text box, go to the formula bar, press equal to, and just select this resolve percentage and hit the enter. So here it is showing this 40%. Let's align this center, middle, slightly bigger and bold. So we can see that here. Now you can add the chart title also. We can say this is the resolve percentage. Okay, now we can just change the plot area and just make it slightly bigger like this, and the height also. All right, so this chart is ready. Now you can just copy and place somewhere in this type of rectangle, so it will look like the chart which we have created here. Now this can be connected with the slicers also, so you can just simply insert the slicer. Let me show you. Just insert the slicer from the insert. Let's say I'm taking the slicer for location, just one slicer just to show you. And now let's click here. Then you can see the value of the resolve percentage is getting changed. So this is a dynamic chart now. That is how we have created this. And we have also created the custom slicer there. If you see on the right hand side, we have created the slicer. They all are custom slicer. So we have created a custom design for the slicer here, this one. So if I click here, you can see that is the custom slicer. In our course, you will learn how to create this type of custom slicers also, so that you can match with your dashboard theme. Alright friends, so please join our course to learn more about that. We have given the link in the video description box, so you can join at the discounted rate. Alright friends, so that's it in this video. Friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe my channel to get the regular update of my videos. Thank you so much for the watching.